Derek Lunsford aims for a near-perfect physique by 2026, Mr. Olympia reveals his two main threats. Reigning Mr. Olympia Derek Lunsford is determined to remain champion. On January 10, 2026, he discussed his game plan and revealed his two biggest threats. Derek Lunsford overcame a torn pectoral muscle and a panic attack to reclaim the Sando Trophy. In the final, he battled Hadi Choopan and Chinedu Andrew Jacked Obikia before emerging victorious. Having won this prestigious honor in 2023, Lunsford joined Jay Cutler as only the second athlete to regain Olympia gold after losing it on stage. The competition held a few surprises. Fans expected Samson Dauda to retain his title, but his quest for better conditioning backfired. He arrived at a reduced size and dropped to fourth place. In contrast, Jack displayed his most complete physique to date. Following the men's open reshuffle, Lunsford joined Samir Banout on the Muscle Maturity podcast to discuss what's next for these contenders. Derek Lunsford talks about his 2026 physique goal, Mr. Olympia, and his two biggest threats. In the video, Lunsford emphasizes that he will need to improve to remain champion. He wants to present a near-flawless physique upon his return to the stage. I have to be. It's bodybuilding. You want to keep improving. If I put the same physique into the same competition, the same thing would happen, but I can only assume that the competition is focused on improvement. I have to do the same. We are constantly trying to do better and better, to become almost perfect. As for the threats, he noted that Choopan and Jacked were his main concerns. Based on what we've seen so far, I still think Hadi has the most balanced physique right now. I'm interested, like all of us, to see what Andrew does. I really think there's been a lot of improvement in him. But I think when you look at side shots and back shots, it's much harder for Andrew to deal with a guy like Hadi. He didn't know if growth alone would help Dauda get back to where he was. Now, Samson has reduced his roster for this Olympia. I've been there. I've been there where I adopted a different strategy, and I arrived with a reduced roster and said, okay, I have to come back with a different approach, and I came back better. I imagine that's Samson's mindset. His mission seems to be simply to grow, grow, grow. Yes, sometimes that can work well, and sometimes it's not always the best strategy. Ultimately, I think we're definitely going to see a different Samson than what we've just seen. However, the champion pointed out that Dauda's balanced appearance made him particularly dangerous. I'd like to think that's going to be much improved, but his reviews were always conditional, as were some of his shots off target. He's a challenge because he's very well-rounded, he said. Looking ahead, Lunsford said Jacked was the biggest question mark, with the most room for improvement. I know where they need to improve. I'd like to think they probably know it too. You're asking me about the challenges. I think Hadi and the best version of Samson are the most balanced, along with me. That's why I think there's a good chance that Hadi, Samson, and me will remain at the top, in terms of overall selection, but as I said, we have guys. You don't know what Andrew will do. How much will he improve? Fans and judges are debating what it would take to dethrone Lunsford. Tariq El Guindi believes Choopan needs balanced legs and better conditioning to close the gap. Chris Cormier insisted that the Persian Wolf adapt his training to better suit his age. Derek Lunsford wants to leave no doubt in the judges' minds when he returns to the stage. The Mr. Olympia 2026 competition will take place from September 24 to 27 in Las Vegas, Nevada.